Thank you for joining our session today. I am Antoinetta Carboni, National Account Manager at ETHERFAX. And with me today, I have Joe Rutledge, who is a Business Continuity Manager at a large healthcare facility. Thank you, Joe, for joining.
Yeah, you bet.
Good. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm really excited about today's session. I think it's important nowadays to talk about, solution selling, providing solutions to organizations like yours. Talk a little bit about the history of, how we worked together in the past, and really the synergies between organizations when you are providing solutions. Just to give you a little background, I'm with EtherFax today. I've been in the fax secure file transfer industry for 20 plus years, providing solutions for healthcare organizations, banking, insurance, manufacturing, legal, you name it. It's really industry neutral. And today we just wanted to really talk about what it takes when we are providing solutions like this, and really matching up what the needs of an organization, like where Joe is at today, and how we come in as a solution provider and really understand the needs of the organization, not only today, but the roadmap, understanding what the direction is of the organization and how we can map that, not just today's needs, but how we can grow with them in the future as well. Joe, do you want to talk a little bit about your experience? We've worked together for over 5 years. We worked together at my previous organization, and you were at a previous company as well. That organization was Bizcom Incorporated, selling similar solutions. The reason for my move over to EtherFax was we did see many organizations like Joe's moving to the cloud completely. So secure file transfer solutions, fax solutions, everything was moving to the cloud. Organizations were trying to diminish the footprint of any type of, in-house fax server technology, and they were looking for a true enterprise cloud solution that met all the security specifications, certifications, was fast, was cheaper, was thorough, and had an intensive roadmap as far as technology. So Joe, I'll have you talk a little bit before I keep going on, because I get really excited about these type of topics.
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say that I get cold calls from vendors all the time, cold calls, emails, and they're always looking for new business opportunities. But most of the time, I get introduced to somebody and then they hand me off to somebody else internally within the company. So that person that makes the cold call and the introduction, they're just, kind of the hook person, right?
Yeah.
So it feels a little bit sterile and a little bit produced, when that happens. So most of the time I try to stick with partners that I know I've worked with in the past, because I know they've got my best interest out. So the thing that impressed me about you, honestly, is your ability to listen to all of our requirements and work with your internal team to make sure that you could define a solution for us. So that's really important. It feels more like a partnership than it does just a transaction. So the other thing about my job too is I'm always interested in availability. Those kind of things are key in today's world, especially with things being in the cloud. And just the security aspects of things too. So in your case, with your company that you're at now, you've got all these certifications for security, which makes our job easier. So I think that's one of the main drivers for us.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. I know I pride myself, and with the organizations I was previously and where I'm at today with EtherFax, the main thing for me is really the culture of the organization. We're very customer focused. When we're providing solutions, we're looking at this, as you said, as a partnership. And more than that, when I meet people like yourself and all the clients that also become somewhat of friends because you're working so closely together, I have a responsibility not only to the organization you're at, but also to you. They're giving you this project. So my main goal is to make it successful for you and for the company.
Hmm.
You know, they're very intense, mission critical applications that we're working with. I know a lot of people say, Antoinetta, fax is still, you know, it's still a big thing. It's huge and it's only getting bigger. And we are moving more into that secure file, you know, exchange. And we can see the roadmap moving in that direction. But as it is today, fax is still mission critical. We take it very seriously. So, like you said, it's a partnership. There has to be synergy, but there has to be a match in technologies, meaning we're providing a solution that matches all your needs, and then it also grows with you in the future.
Hmm.
I think it's very important to listen to customers like you. We do have a customer focus group that we like to invite our customers to help us build our roadmap for the future. But it is people like you that help us understand, you know, what comes next. We do that together, but we love the input. So you've always been great like that. I think you're very straightforward, and I appreciate that. There's no reading between the lines. This is what you need. This is what you want to have met, and service has always been huge to you. Customer service has always been a big thing. So, and we pride ourselves with that as well. So our customers come first. We know it's mission critical and want to get the job done for you guys.
Hmm. Yeah, I think transparency is definitely something that I wear very visibly.
Yes, you do, Joe. But it's
Yeah,
appreciated. It's very much appreciated.
yeah,
You know, it just makes our jobs easier to know where each of us stand and what the expectations are. I think
yep.
expectations extremely important. There's deadlines, there's start dates, there's go live dates. We need to be there to meet all of those for you, and that's
Hmm.
our commitment.
No, I totally agree. No, partnership is very important.
Yeah, yeah. I know that I have a passion for it. I think I have a passion for really providing solutions that work for organizations, give them a competitive edge in the marketplace. But my biggest thing is when you're making an investment like this, I not only look at what's happening today, I like to look at what's happening 3 to 5 years down the line and make
Hmm.
sure that we are also in sync, you know, down the road as well.
Yep.
Because all of us want to have continued success and happy customers, because you are the type of people that make our industry and our organization grow. You know, it's word of mouth, it's people sharing information, experiences, because always, and no matter what, if it's in business or personal, everyone remembers how you made them feel. And that was one big thing in the management team at ETHERFAX. It's all about the customer, always. You know, it's really driven on how we get those customers to, you know, the most, you know, the highest success rate and really deliver the best ROI.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Joe, I could go on a lot more. You can understand I love talking about this, but I just wanted to kind of spend a few minutes, talk about the experience of what it is, you know, and how these projects are successful, not just from a technology standpoint, but from also building a relationship. You know, I know you trust myself and my technical team. You always have, and we've delivered, as have you and your team. But I just wanted to share what the experience is from a customer and vendor perspective.
Well, you know, you talked about fax being just fax, but you know, it is a mission critical service that the teams need to provide to our internal customers and stakeholders. Um, you know, in this particular case, the reason why we reached out to EtherFax is because the current provider that we had was not living up to their service level agreement. So they were falling down, and at the end of that was, you know, we'd be impacted from it. Right.
Absolutely.
So we had to find a solution to that. So implementing your solution allowed us to decommission that old provider and possibly the second one that we had as well, which was a backup to the other one.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think in the end we're saving money and getting higher reliability.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you mentioned the SLAs. That
Hmm.
comes up all the time. You know, for a lot, they're checkbox items, but they're mission critical applications. So, for instance, we don't get that fax through, or we don't receive that fax. It could be something from an insurance organization that's looking for, confirmation something was received to move forward with the procedure, for example. If we don't get that fax and return it in a timely manner, that patient could lose out on that surgical procedure, right? Not getting approved, things of that nature. I'm giving an example, but everything is in a timely manner. The execution has to be precise, and the SLAs have to be there in order to deliver, as well as the security. I think the biggest thing with ETHERFAX, with me coming from 23 years in another organization, was the security aspect and the data center infrastructure. Really the way it's built out nationwide, worldwide, and having that DR capability from every aspect from the infrastructure side as well. So security, infrastructure, technology, roadmap, customer service, SLAs, functionality, all important, very, very important when it comes to these type of projects.
The previous place that I worked was very traditional data center focused, and now with where I'm at now, everything is in the cloud. So it's very important to make sure that interoperability within that cloud infrastructure all occurs, and that's where you guys shined.
Absolutely. And I think one of the big things too, when you came to us, is because we are agnostic. So we can come in and really plug into the back end of any other, solution you have on that front end. So I don't need to name the other solutions, but there are multiple that we come in and can be the back end. So everything, everything stays the same on the front end, and ETHERFAX comes in on the back end, or we come in and we can replace the complete solution, which we have done in your organization. But there's a lot of power behind that. Where we see, phased approaches is in larger organizations coming in, multiple solutions. We don't want to have any type of downtime. It is mission critical. So we come in, we take a phased approach, we do statement of works, but we really take a customer through a phased approach. So no impact to the user or the applications, which to me is huge. The more you talk to people, in different industries, that's the big thing. They can't have anything impact their business. Any 5-minute delay, a day delay has an impact, and sometimes a very big impact, financial, or customer service driven. So we take that extremely seriously here at ETHERFAX. So anything else you want to add to that? I don't want to keep
no, I think I'm good, and it's been great working with you.
Thank you.
So,
you're the same. Half the battle is having two teams work together and delivering the information, and having the team work together. So we've been very fortunate with yourself and many of our other customers, which there's thousands, but it takes a team in order to make these projects successful. So we want to say thank you for choosing ETHERFAX.
You bet.
It's a pleasure, and we feel lucky.
Well, we're lucky to have you guys too. It's a good partnership.
Oh, great. Joe, thank you so much. I really appreciate this time, and I hope everyone enjoyed, the impromptu conversation. We're excited to share, further details. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us, and we'll be doing more of these as well. So thank you so much, Joe, and
You're
everyone
welcome.
have a great day.
You too. Thanks.
Thank you.